was never the sort of person who took on roles for her own ego. She's always, from day one, been strategizing and focused on how can she make this world a better place. I mean, she is, to me, the quintessential social justice lawyer from, again, a very young age. She's been able to see beyond the limitations of what the law is to think about what the law should be through the types of arguments she made, the types of clients she assisted, the way we think about low-wage workers and the way we think about employers who exploit workers has been forever changed. Julie thinks and believes that every individual warrants and deserves the most that our society can offer them.
My first impression of Julie, I could tell she was a veritable force of nature. She has always dedicated her life and her career to fighting for those who are disenfranchised. She litigated a case on behalf of over 100 Latino and Thai garment workers who worked under sweatshop conditions in our own backyard. It opened the doors of the courtroom to a previously invisible group of low-wage workers. She doesn't just envision justice, she has throughout her career completely dedicated herself to achieving justice, fairness, and equality in terms of the court cases she has brought, in terms of her approach to serving in government, and in her everyday life. She has left this indelible impression on me, as she has with everyone else she has worked with and who has come into the orbit of her life.
Well, I think Julie has impacted the lives of people at so many levels. She's inspiring, she's deeply committed, and she understands that laws are meant to benefit all of us, and really used her in a unique position to affect positive change. Julie's not afraid to outline a vision that truly aspires and inspires, and she does it with a signature positivity, sense of energy, and commitment that is contagious, frankly. She has had an extraordinary impact in the field, and she's also had an extraordinary impact on the lives and careers of so many over the years, including those who work very closely with her today.
I've heard from others, and I witnessed this myself, that Julie Su transformed social justice lawyering, not just in Los Angeles, but nationally. And she truly embodies what it means to be a woman lawyer who really helps to pave the way and to support many generations of women lawyers. She is, on the one hand, this brilliant, pioneering legal advocate. On the other hand, she is the most kind, compassionate, caring, thoughtful human being. Her leadership and her effectiveness, despite sometimes being the first or the only woman or woman of color, I think has just been such a tremendous inspiration to me and so many other women. And she actually models and walks the talk when it comes to supporting other women. I always say that I come from and strive to be part of the Julie Su School of Lawyering.
Wow, okay. How unbelievable to be part of this group of honorees. I'm in awe of your work and will strive to be worthy of sharing the stage with you today. Thank you to the American Bar Association, the Commission on Women in the Profession, for this incredible honor and for this celebration of sisterhood. Thank you to the National Asian Pacific American Bar Association, who is in the house, not only for nominating me, but for, like the Commission, building community, inclusion, and visibility in our profession. And thank you to Ann O'Leary, who is here, who is the Chief of Staff to Governor Newsom, who I get to work with and learn from every day, and whose fierce commitment to bringing women in at all levels of government and women of color in has been nothing short of transformative. So I have 2 daughters, and there are few things that drive home both the power of girls and the ways that our society tries to contain that power than having daughters. When my older daughter was 5, she's now 18, She did not know about that outdoor concert that's happening in the city at the same time, so thanks, Michelle. She wanted to be Spider-Man for Halloween. And other kids, boys and girls, and their parents told her that she couldn't because she's a girl. Fortunately for my daughters, they have grown up with incredible women who expand their sense of possibility. Women like the workers I've been privileged to represent, and women like my mom who braved a 30-day voyage on a cargo ship from China to come to the United States because she couldn't afford a passenger ticket, and then told her daughters that we could be anything. Like so many children of immigrants, I grew up translating for my parents, writing letters, making phone calls, navigating the adult world and adult interactions. As I grew up, I realized that law is really a language, and those who speak it get to decide who gets what in our society. Who gets to vote, marry, work, march in the streets, cross the borders, and who doesn't. I went to law school to become a translator in the language of law for those who were marginalized, discriminated against, and exploited. Less than a year after I became a lawyer, 72 workers from Thailand were found working behind barbed wire and under armed guard in a 2-story apartment complex, forced to sew garments 18 hours a day. The fact that the overwhelming majority of them were women was no accident. Millions of women the world over live in desperate poverty, responsible for their family's survival without the educational or job opportunities needed to succeed. And once discovered, the workers were not freed. They were taken by federal immigration officials and thrown into a federal prison. I, along with a small group of activists, fought for their freedom. We sat in and refused to leave until we were allowed to talk to the workers. And then we filed a lawsuit against not only their captors, but against the companies that they were sewing for. The workers bravely told their own stories through our lawsuit, including the dreams that had brought them here. In demanding justice, they rejected the message that they've been told their whole lives, that they should put their heads down and know their place. Our case was about imagining a different future. It has been the greatest privilege of my professional life to support such workers, largely women workers in industries like garment, janitorial, restaurant, and domestic work, to use the law to imagine a different future. These are women who work long hours, often 2 jobs, who don't complain and never give up. They made me believe in my voice, and when Governor Newsom appointed me labor secretary, I joined an administration in which these voices are not only heard, but are on the inside, helping to shape a just economy for all. I am acutely aware that the chance to do what I get to do also gives me the ability to open the doors for more women through mentorship, hiring, demanding diversity. I'm enormously grateful when women tell me that seeing me in my role made them see what was possible for them. As has been said, and has been said today, it's hard to be what you cannot see. I close with one more story of a woman who inspires me. Maria is the daughter of garment workers from Mexico who grew up in a studio apartment in Los Angeles and rode the bus 3 hours a day to attend high school. For 4 years, she came to practically every meeting I had with her parents, at first because they couldn't afford childcare, and later because she wanted to be there. I helped Maria apply to college, and she became the first in her family to attend college. Maria would say, "I want to be a lawyer because lawyers help people fight." Each day that low-wage women fight for their freedom and for basic human rights, and we attorneys fight alongside them, we create new possibilities. Each time we say that women deserve more, we force ourselves to dream bigger and support the dreams of others. And each story of women having a say in who we get to be, who we will become, and how we will help support each other get there gives new wings to the life of young women and girls who know that in real life, superheroes are women. Thank you.